Annyeonghaseyo, or buenas tardes. My name is Álvaro Silva Santisteban, and I'm the Executive Director of From Peru. Peru is, I would have to say that it's indescribable. We have everything for everyone, and we have a little corner that will always create a spark on every person that should visit Peru. Today, Peru is recognized as one of the best gastronomies in the world. Actually, until last year, Peru was home of the #1 restaurant in the world, which is Central. We have probably 500 years of different types of influence that come even from Asia. We have a very vast Asian population in Peru. We have probably more than 3.5 million Asians living in Peru, which are already third and fourth generation. But they came with all their ingredients, the recipes, and the instincts. We have influence from Africa. They also came with their ingredients, the recipes, and the purpose. So imagine the influences of Asia, Africa, and then you have 500 years of melting pot of food. Probably no country in the world can give you that. We have purple corns. We have more than 2,500 different types of potatoes. We have double that to be domesticated. This is how vast our source to the world could be. There's only 7 countries that are home to the wonders of the world, and Peru is one of them. We're home to Machu픽추, which is actually as well part of the cradles of the civilization of the world because it was home to the Incas. 2,800 meters above sea level, they've managed to build that infrastructure. The smallest stone that they used weighs 1 ton, and they had no wheel, they had no cement, and the structure still stands today as it was when it was created. So my heart goes out to Machu Picchu. Now, Machu Picchu is based in Cusco. Cusco for me is one of my favorite cities in the world. And Cusco used to be the capital of Peru once the Inca Empire was part of. Now you have to keep in mind that the Inca Empire went from the north of South America all the way to the north of Argentina. So it was a vast empire. So now you can find a lot of vestiges on different parts of South America that were part of the Incas. And that was Cusco. For me, Cusco is beautifully amazing. Peru has 3,000 kilometers of coastlines, where on these coastlines, to give you an example, we have Caral, which is the cradle of the Americas. It's a civilization that has 5,000 years. On these 3,000 kilometers of coastlines, we have the longest wave in the world. Caral is only about 200 to 300 kilometers away from Lima. So you can go and come back. So it's like 100 kilometers. That's up into the north. Down to the south, you can go to Paracas or to the Nazca line. These lines can only be seen from above. You can see the most popular ones are the chandelier, the monkey, the colibri, the snake, the condor, and like that we have them all spread out. Lake Titicaca is the highest navigable lake in the world. But what is most amazing about Lake Titicaca as well, that we have cities in the middle of the lake that float on its own that are made out of straw. Yes, so no cement, no rocks, no bricks, straw, where you can spend the night and have an adventure with the proper citizens that have built that city. And it's probably something that you know already as well, is the Mountain of 7 Colors, which has become very famous now in Peru. Which again, it's a natural mountain with different types of colors. Actually, it goes from green all the way to different types of whites, different types of red. Not many know, the Amazon River and the Amazon jungle starts in Peru. 60% of our territory is jungle. So you can imagine how much green we have. You can imagine how much birds we have. You can imagine how many species of animals we have. And you can imagine how much produce we have. Peru is the biggest producer of asparagus in the world. We're the second producers of avocados in the world. We're the biggest producers of berries. And we can keep on going like that. Why? Because we have a vast different regions. One of the most different types of hotels in the world has also been placed in Peru, where you sleep on the trees. The rooms and the canopies are on the trees. That's on the jungle. On the Andes, you probably have seen it already as well, but now the rooms are hanging from the wall. So you're on the valley, up about probably 3,000 above sea level, and you have the rooms hanging from the wall. Before the pandemic, we had more or less 40,000 Koreans traveling to Peru. Now we're talking about 30,000. So we have a gap that we have to recuperate. But that gap is not going to be recuperated because we have to sell Peru to them. Because obviously they were already traveling. It's just that now we have to tell them that the experience that they had thought in the past, today is a better one. So we'll welcome you anytime,